So we begin. Foolishly laying our hearts on the table, stumbling in. Our love is a flame, burning within. Now and then, firelight will catch us, stumbling in. Stumbling in. Stumbling in. Foolishly laying our hearts on the table, stumbling in. Ah, stumbling in. Stumbling in. Now and then, firelight will catch us, stumbling in. Oh, stumbling in. I'm stumbling in. Foolishly laying our hearts on the table, stumbling in. Oh, stumbling in. Ah, stumbling in. I'm stumbling in. We were stumbling in. Now and then, firelight will catch us, stumbling.
Okay, thank you, Susie and Chris Norman and Leather Tuscadera, Pinky Sister. Okay, next we're going to do the number one song of 2019. It set a music record, 19 weeks at number one, the most any single has ever done since the chart came out in 1955. Old Country Road, Little Nas X, and Billy Ray Cyrus featured on this one. Jason, let's hear it.
Whoa! Whoa! That was rough.
Too welcoming house.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the back, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch. Now, can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. Cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her. My life is a movie, bull riding in boots. Cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my booty.
Okay, you got me, it's all good. You cheated though, that horse got like a V12, but I ain't even worried about it. I just hit a off my car.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. What's car? Got no stress, I've been through all that. I'm like a Marlboro man, so I keep going back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no more. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Get the microphones going, Jason, if it's over. Carolyn, what do we got here for a little history this year in 79?
ESPN started September 7th, 1979 in Bristol, Connecticut.
And I remember that when they first came on, they had shows, Australian rules football, they had polo played with elephants, and some of the shows they had on. And I thought back then, when they were playing Australian rules football and things like that and rugby, I'm like, why isn't the NFL getting these guys to kick on the fly? They're kicking a ball through the upright 60 yards out with people hanging on them. I said, imagine what they could do in the NFL with nobody around them. And it took a long time for the NFL to finally wake up to get somebody from Australia. But, yeah, ESPN, I loved when they first came on the air. That was a show. You go away, you try to find, like I went to the Bahamas once, find a bar at 2 in the morning that had Sports Center. Before it was time to go to bed, you had to see what happened in the real world when you were down there. So, okay, let's go. What song we're going to go? We're going to go to number 22, right? We're going to do
21.
not 21.
No, 22.
20.
We haven't done 22 yet.
We were going to do 22. Tom had a brain fart. We had to skip back to Susie so Paul could do that because I had a brain fart. So now the brain fart's gone. We're going to do number 22. Amy Stewart's biggest hit, a platinum seller, knock on wood. Number 1 it went to 20 weeks, came out January of 79. And as I said before, she was a disco singer, dancer, actress, born in Washington, D.C., and it was her only top 40 hit, but this was a huge hit. Go ahead, Jason. Let's hear it. Okay, let's go. That was Knock on Wood. Next, this was the biggest hit for Neil Diamond. This is Neil and Barbara Streisand. Neil was born in Brooklyn, New York, just like Barbara was. This song came out October 28th, 1978, a little while after the famous Bucky Dent home run. Hit number 1 for 2 weeks, 17 weeks in the top 100. Neil had 37 top 40 hits. Neil comes in again, was on at 27. And Barbara came in at 35. Neil was America's top male vocalist in 1966 through 86. He wrote I'm a Believer by the Monkees, and they took it to number 1 for 7 weeks when that came out. This is a platinum seller. Let's hear Neil and Barbara.
You don't bring me flowers. You don't sing me love songs.
You hardly talk to me anymore when I come through the door at the end of the day.
I remember when you couldn't wait to love me, used to hate to leave me. Now after loving me late at night,
When it's good for you, babe, and you're feeling alright,
well, you just roll over and turn out the lights, and you don't bring me flowers anymore.
it used to be so natural to talk about forever. What used to be's don't count anymore. They just lay on the floor till we sweep them away.
Baby, I remember all the things you taught me.
I learned how to laugh and I learned how to cry.
Well, I learned how to love and I learned how to lie.
So you think I could learn how to tell you goodbye?
How to tell you goodbye. You don't bring me flowers anymore.
When you think I could learn
How to tell you
goodbye, but you don't say you need me.
and you don't sing me love songs. You don't bring me flowers
Okay, let's go into another quote from Martin Luther King Jr. today. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Let's do it one more time. Darkness can only drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Okay, now we're going to go way, way, way back. 1969. The number 1 song of the year was by a fake made-up group. The Archies with Sugar, Sugar.
The Archies
What?
was fake?
Oh, sorry to. Oh, shoot.
Really?
And do you know there's no sense? No, I don't want to ruin
Archie's
the twice
was
things
fake.
today. And don't tell Paul about the Tooth Fairy.
I
We
had
won't
a
get
crush
into
on
no-
Betty and Veronica. I could never decide. It was like that, It's like Gilligan's Island thing all over again.
Oh, well. The Archies as a group was studio musicians along with a lot of the other songs that came out at the time. Jason, let's hear Sugar, Sugar as Paul sings along.
Sugar, oh honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you, honey, oh sugar, sugar, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. I just can't believe the loveliness of loving you. I just can't believe it's true. I just can't believe the wonder of this feeling too. I just can't believe it's true. Ah, sugar. Oh, honey, honey. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Sugar, sugar, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. When I kissed you, girl, I knew how sweet a kiss could be. I know how sweet a kiss can be. Like the summer sunshine, pour your sweetness over me. Pour your sweetness over me. Oh, sugar, sugar on it, honey. Pour little sugar on it, baby.
Life's so sweet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pour little sugar on it. Oh, yeah. Pour little sugar on it, honey. Pour little sugar on it, baby.
I'm gonna make life so sweet.
Yeah, pour little sugar on it, honey. Ah, sugar. Honey, honey. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Oh, honey, honey. Sugar, sugar, honey, sugar. You are my candy girl.
Okay, Paul, you're up.
And we've gotten there. We are now in the top 20. And it's a good time to bring in another historical milestones. And these ones are the 1979 cultural milestones. And the first one, based upon a cumulative vote of no confidence in James Callaghan's British Labour government by one vote, the Conservatives win British general election and Margaret Thatcher becomes the country's first female prime minister. That's a real reminder, folks. Each person's vote matters. The first international election in human history occurred in 1979. The first elections to the European Parliament began, allowing citizens from across all 9 member states at that time to elect their MEPs. The very unofficial one-child policy is introduced in China, and it wasn't loosened until 2013. In 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. And more than a decade after it happened, the state of Ohio agreed to pay $675,000 to the families of the 4 dead and injured students in the Kent State shootings. In 1979, I know this made a big impact on me, the Iranian hostage crisis begins and lasted for 444 days. The ABC network introduced a new news show that occurred after the local news at 11:30 called Newsline, and its primary purpose was to update people on the Iranian hostage crisis. And on November 9th, we averted mutually assured thermonuclear destruction. The NORAD computers and the alternate National Military Command Center in Fort Ritchie, Maryland, both detected an apparent massive Soviet nuclear strike on the United States. However, after reviewing the raw data from satellites and checking the early warning radar, it was termed to be a false alert, and the alert was canceled. So, in recognition of this near-death brush, we introduced the next song in the countdown at number 20, which it peaked at number 1. It was in the top 100 for 19 weeks and is one of 3 songs by this group in the top 100 tonight, and one of the most sampled songs ever because it's an awesome jam. It's Good Times by Chic.
Okay, and one other added on what Paul said. CSNY did the song Ohio about Kent State, and a very famous musician was at Kent State at the time as a student. Chrissy Hine of the Pretenders was a student at Kent State at the time, the alma mater of Thurman Munson. Jason, let's hear Good Times.
change your fate. Let's cut the rug, little child and jitterbug. We want the best, we won't settle for less. Don't be a drag, participate. Clams on the half shell and roller skates, roller skates. Good time. Think of the good time. Leave your cares behind. Think of the good time. Good time. Think of the good time. Our new state of mind. Think of the good time. Good time. Think of the good time. Leave your cares behind. Think of the good time. Good time. Think of the good time. Our new state of mind. Think of the good time. Good time. Think of the good time. Leave your cares behind.
Okay, Paul's
So-
back, our historian.
So, Chic was made of vocalist Lucy Martin and Norma Jean Wright, and Tony Thompson was on drums, and Tony Thompson was also known for being the drummer in the Power Station, again with Robert Palmer earlier. We had Bernard Edwards on bass, and the amazing Bernard Edwards on bass, and then the amazing Nile Rodgers on guitar. And we had talked about Nile Rodgers earlier being, an amazing guitarist.
Yep.
But he was also a producer. And we started looking up some of the amazing bands that he had done. In 1970s, he wrote and produced music for Chic and Sister Sledge. And we've obviously heard that Nile Rodgers theme with Sister Sledge songs. In the 1980s, he wrote, co-wrote, or produced Diana Ross's album, Diana. And I'm Coming Out definitely sounds like Nile Rodgers. Debbie Harry's album, Cuckoo. We utilized Rapper's Delight, some of his music for Rapper's Delight. David Bowie's Let's Dance album, and especially Modern Love and China Girl were co-written by Nile Rodgers. In Excess, their song Original Sin was co-wrote by Nile Rodgers. Madonna's Like a Virgin album was produced by Nile Rodgers. Duran Duran's The Reflex and Notorious were co-written or produced by Nile Rodgers. In the 1990s, the Thompson Twins, Grace Jones, and the B-52s all had songs produced or co-written by him. And then obviously in the last couple years, we know about Daft Punk's song Get Lucky, which had Nile Rodgers as a guitarist. So an amazing musician.
Yep. Okay, now let's get to number 19. Hard to believe with all the hits they had. 16 top 40 hits, the Doobie Brothers. What a Fool Believes was number one for a week. January 20, 1979, it came out. It was on the charts for 20 weeks. It was a million seller. 10 top 20 hits. Jeff Skunk Baxter and Michael McDonald were in the group. And let's hear What a Fool Believes.
He came from somewhere back in how long ago. The sentimental fool don't see, trying hard to recreate what had yet to be created. apology. Anybody else would surely know. He's watching her go. What a fool believes. Easy. The wise man has the power to reason away. What if love can come and love can go? I can't know. It's always mine. Who got the power and nothing at all? Oh, now, what a fool believes. I believe she's never gone away. The wise man has the power to reason away. Oh, if love can come and love can go. To be
Okay, that's Doobie Brothers' biggest hit ever. What a Fool Believes. Next, we're going into Blondie. Heart of Glass was a million seller. It hit number one for a week, 21 weeks in the top 100. Came out February 17th. Matter of fact, Carolyn pointed out something to Doobie Brothers. That came out January 20th, 79. So that was today, years ago, 40 years ago. Today it hit the charts. Okay, let's get back to Heart of Glass, Tom. Blondie went into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 06. Had number one song in 1980 with Call Me. Had 4 number one hits. Debbie Harry on vocals. They were what you'd call a new wave band. And she used to work at the Playboy Club before she was a singer. Okay, let's hear Heart of Glass.
Was it love and it was a gas? Soon turned out had a heart of glass. Seemed like the real thing long into gone. Much mistrust
Okay, that was Blondie. Number 17 now is Olivia Newton-John. A Little More Love hit number 3 for 2 weeks. 20 weeks on the chart, came out November 25th, 1978. Olivia had 28 top 40 hits, 15 top 10s. Physical was her biggest hit. It was number 1 for 10 weeks. Jason, let's hear Olivia.
Night is dragging her feet. I wait alone in the heat. I know that you'll have your way till you have to go home. No is the word I can say, 'cause it gets me nowhere to tell you no, and it gets me nowhere to make you go. Will a little more love make you stop depending? Will a little more love bring a happy ending? Will a little more love make it right? Will a little more love make it right? Where did my innocence go? How I was a young girl to know. I'm trapped in the spell of your eyes, in the warmth of your arms, in the web of your lies. But it gets me nowhere to tell you no, and it gets me nowhere to make you go. Will a little more love make you stop depending? Will a little more love bring a happy ending? Will a little more love make it right? Will a little more love make it right? Gets me nowhere to tell you no, and it gets me nowhere to make you go. Will a little more love make you stop depending? Will a little more love bring a happy ending? Will a little more love make it right? Will a little more love make it right? Gets me nowhere to tell you no, and it gets me nowhere to make you go. Will a little more love make you stop depending? Will a little more love bring a happy ending? Will a little more love make it right? Will a little more love make
Okay, Olivia Newton-John. Next, we have coming in at number 16. Before we do that, let's hear from one of our other historians. Another MLK quote.
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Okay, can I hear that one more time?
Sure. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Okay, that's for MLK Jr. In honor of Martin Luther King. Next, number 16 is Tragedy, a platinum seller, was number 1 for 2 weeks. Hit number 20 weeks, it was on the top 100, came out February 10th. The Bee Gees, they were in at 33, they're back again at 11. Number 29 artist of all time, 24 top 20 hits. Composed soundtrack for Saturday Night Fever and Staying Alive. Let's hear Tragedy. Okay, that was the Bee Gees. They're coming back in at number 11, and our historian's going to be talking about that one. Next at number 15 is Fire, a million seller. Number 2 for 2 weeks, 23 weeks on the chart. Came out November 11, 1978. It was their second biggest hit for the Pointer Sisters. 17 top 40 hits. They're an R&B group from Oakland. Slow Hand was their biggest hit, and that was 1981. Jason, let's hear Fire.
I'm riding in your car. You turn on the radio. You're pulling me close. I just say no. I say I don't like it, but you know I'm a liar. 'Cause when we kiss, ooh, fire. Late at night, you're taking me home. You say you wanna stay. I say I wanna be alone. I say I don't love you, but you know I'm a liar. 'Cause when we kiss, ooh, fire. You had a hold on me right from the start, a grip so tight I couldn't tear it apart. My nerves all jumping, acting like a fool. Well, your kisses they burn, but my heart stays cool. Well, Romeo and Juliet, Samson and Delilah. Baby, you can bet a love they couldn't deny. My words say split, but my words they lie. 'Cause when we kiss, ooh, fire. Fire. Hot kisses like fire. Burn me up with fire. I like what you're doing now. Fire. Touching me with fire. Touching me, burning me with fire. Take me home with fire. Kisses like fire.
Okay, the Pointer Sisters. Next is David Naughton, pop singer, and Making It. It was a million seller. It hit number 5, 24 weeks on the chart, came out March 31st, 1979. He was also a dancer and an actor, and he was in American Werewolves in London movie in 1981, and he was in the TV show Making It. Let's hear David singing Making It.
Making it, whoa, making it. I'm solid gold. I've got the goods. They stand when I walk through the neighborhood. as they come. Number two to no one. I've got looks, I've got brains, and I'm breaking these chains. Make some room now, take what you see. Success is mine, 'cause I've got the key. I'm making it. I've got the chance, I'm taking it. No one faking it. This time in life, I'm making it. I'm making it non-stop. Making it to the top. Making it. This time in life, I'm making it. Get down. Making it. I'm making it. Making it. I'm making it. Listen, everyone here. This coming year's gonna be my year. I'm making it. I've got the chance. I'm taking it. No more faking it. This time in life, I'm making it. I'm making it non-stop. Out here, making it to the top. I'm making it non-stop. Right here, right now, making it. I'm making it.
It's David Naughton. Okay. Next, we have Dr. Hook with Ray Sawyer on vocals. Dubbed Dr. Hook for his eye patch. It was a million seller when you're in love with a beautiful woman. Reached number 6. 25 weeks on the chart. Came out in April 14. That's only 1 week short of half a whole year. That's unbelievable. Was back also at number 46. And they were on the cover of the Rolling Stone magazine. 3/29/1973. They did self-promoting that they'd love to be on the cover of the Rolling Stone. And they made it. A million seller. Jason, can we hear song number 13?
When you're in love with a beautiful woman, it's hard. When you're in love with a beautiful woman, you know it's hard. Everybody wants her, everybody loves her, everybody wants to take your baby home. When you're in love with a beautiful woman, you watch your friends. When you're in love with a beautiful woman, it never ends. You know that it's crazy. You wanna trust her, then somebody hangs up when you answer the phone. When you're in love with a beautiful woman, you're going alone. Maybe it's just an ego problem. Problem is I've been fooled before. My fair weather friends and faint-hearted lovers, and every time it happens, it just convinces me more. When you're in love with a beautiful woman, you watch her eyes. When you're in love with a beautiful woman, you look for life. Everybody tempts her, everybody tells her she's the most beautiful woman they know. When you're in love with a beautiful woman, you're going alone.
Okay, before we get to number 12, we had an add-on to the countdown. From 1968, MacArthur Park. Richard Harris left his cake outside. And it did reach number 2 in 1968, written by Jimmy Webb. Okay, let's hear MacArthur Park by Richard Harris. Phenomenal actor.
Spring was never waiting for us, girl. It ran one step ahead as we followed in the dance. Between the parted pages and were pressed in love's hot fevered iron like a striped pair of pants. This park is melting in the dark, all the sweet green icing flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no. I recall the yellow cotton dress foaming like a wave on the ground around your knees. The birds like tender babies in your hands, and the old men playing checkers by the trees. This park is melting in the dark, all the sweet green icing flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have the recipe again. Oh no. There will be another song for me, for I will sing it. There will be another dream for me, someone will bring it. I will drink the wine while it is warm, and never let you catch me looking at the sun. And after all the loves of my life, after all the loves of my life, you'll still be the one. I will take my life into my hands, and I will use it.
Okay, that was Richard Harris, a great English actor. If you ever get a chance to see the movie A Man Called Horse, he was phenomenal in it, and he did everything in the movie that the Indians had to do in their rituals. Some of it may be a little gory for you. Okay, we played MacArthur Park because that was written by Jimmy Webb, but the next person at number 12 is the disco queen, Donna Summer, out of Boston. MacArthur Park for her was a million seller. 3 weeks at number 1, 20 weeks on the chart. It came out September 9th, 1978. She was also at 39, and I won't say Donna's hot on this chart, but she's coming in at number 7 and number 2 also. The Four Tops took it to number 38 in 1971, and as I said, Richard Harris. Now, with my disco ladies from Westfield State, I want to send this one out to Mary Langdon, who's been listening since 10 this morning. That's a trooper. That's what happens when you're a star field hockey player here, and as in high school, too. And Mary's a heck of a golfer, and to show you how smart I am, when we have our foursomes at the ranch, Mary is on the same team I am on, because I need all the help I can get playing golf once a year. And Mary's playing soon. I think it's in March. She's playing in the Hogan Classic down in Florida. And it's on the alumni website. If you're going to be in Florida, you want to go. I think it's Pelican Bay they're playing at. A lot of people playing. Sean McDonough, Bill Hogan, Kevin Queenan from Westfield, Steve Marcus. So you want to look that up on the alumni page on Facebook or the university alumni page and click on events. So let's go to MacArthur Park by Donna Summer.
Spring was never waiting for us, dear. It ran one step ahead as we followed in the dance. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark. All the sweet green icing blowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. I recall the yellow cotton dress foaming like a wave on the ground beneath your knee. Birds like tender babies in your hand, and the old men playing Chinese checkers by the tree. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark. All the sweet green icing blowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark. All the sweet green icing blowing down. Someone left my cake out in the rain.
We're going into our historian. Paul, what do we got?
And so we have 1979 musical milestones. In 1979, The Wall, a rock opera and concept album by Pink Floyd, was released. On July 12, 1979, the Chicago White Sox hosted a Disco Demolition Night event for a doubleheader against the Detroit Tigers. And I remember watching these highlights on ESPN, also started in 1979. The deal was if you brought a disco record to the game, you could get in for 99 cents. In between games, what had amounted to a large crate of disco albums was ceremoniously exploded in shallow center field. The rush after that explosion of shards of vinyl all over the place was so bad between the fans and the explosion, center field was so damaged they had to forfeit the second game of the doubleheader.
And there was a little draft beer involved, too.
There might have been. It was
alcohol beverages.
Absolutely. In 1979, sadly, 11 fans were killed during the crowd rush for general admission seats before the Who concert at the Riverfront Coliseum in Cincinnati. Also on a sad note, in 1979, the amazing Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols was found dead from a heroin overdose. And a third sad musical note, 1979, a young woman opened fire at the Cleveland Elementary School in San Diego, California, killing 2 faculty members and wounding 9 others. Her justification for her action at that time, "I don't like Mondays," inspired the Boomtown Rats to make a song of that same name. And since we have to always end on a little bit of a positive note, the music for UNICEF concert was held at the United Nations General Assembly to raise money for UNICEF and promote 1979 as the Year of the Child in January. It was hosted by the Bee Gees, who've made more than a few appearances. This would be the third one coming up in the top 100. Other performers included Donna Summer, who we just heard, ABBA, who I don't believe showed up on this list, Rod Stewart, and then Earth, Wind, and Fire, who's been on this list quite a great deal.
And Rod's coming up.
Yeah. So next up on our countdown is a song from the host artist of that UNICEF concert. This song peaked at number 1 for 2 weeks. It spent 21 weeks in the top 100. It's their third song in the 1979 top 100, and all 3 were from the soundtrack of Saturday Night Fever. It's the Bee Gees performing their number 11 hit, Too Much Heaven.
And it was a platinum seller also.
So much more than my love. I can see beyond forever. Everything we are will never die. Love is such a beautiful thing. Oh, you make my world a summer day. Are you just a dream? say, my precious love, nobody gets too much heaven. No, it's much harder to come by. I'm waiting in line. Nobody gets too much love anymore. It's as high as a mountain and harder to just a dream to nobody gets too much heaven now. It's much harder to come by. I'm waiting in line. Nobody gets too much love anymore. It's as wide as a river and harder to Nobody gets too much heaven now. It's much harder to come back. I'm waiting in line. Nobody gets too much love anymore. It's as high as a mountain and harder to climb. Nobody gets too much heaven now. It's much harder to come back. I'm waiting in line.
Hey, Jason, I'm ready. Okay, that was the Bee Gees, and they're obviously hot on this chart. And I want to thank our two historians, Carolyn and Paul. Paul's waving goodbye. They're out. 10 songs left. Paul has to get up. He's got to be in Anaheim, California for a conference for the school tomorrow. So he'll be up bright and early before most of us. I know before I am, unless it's I get up to go to the bathroom. And that's about the only way I'll be up the same time he's up. Thanks a lot, folks. Nice job. And let's do it again next year, maybe 1980. And okay, let's go to number 10. This is Robert John. This was his biggest hit, Sad Eyes. It was a million seller. Went to number 1, 27 weeks on the chart. June 19th, 1979. So it basically went the rest of the year. Robert John, a pop singer born in Brooklyn, along with Barbra Streisand and Neil Diamond. His second biggest hit was The Lion Sleeps Tonight in 1972. A great tune. Okay, Jason, let's hear it.
This is 89.5 FM.
Okay, Jason added that Night Fever. Somebody had to leave the room for a couple minutes. Now, seeing that was the Bee Gees, I got to tell you a little story. When I left Asia in '73, September, was shipping home, Armed Forces Radio, the DJ knew I was leaving, and he played Massachusetts as my farewell song for me, which I thought was pretty cool. This next song is an added one in. Jason suggested it. It's a phenomenal suggestion. It's Rapper's Delight, Sugar Hill Gang. It reached the top 40. It was the first rap song in history to hit the top 40 on Billboard, Jason.
And
what?
I saw him at the Big E.
Oh, you saw him at the Big E. So let's get in. If you're at home, let's get up and start dancing. We're going to play the 7-minute version, not the 15. So let's sing it and come on in. Good.
I said a hip hop, the hip hop, you don't stop, but rock it out, baby, rubber to the boogity bang bang, the boogie to the boogity beat. Now what you hear is not a test, I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. Up to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, and the purple, and yellow. But first, I gotta bang, bang, the boogie to the boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the bang, bang, boogie. Let's rock. You don't stop, rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock. Well, so far you've heard my voice, but I brought two friends along. And next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing that song.
Check it out. Well, I'm imp the dimp, the ladies pimp, the women fight for my delight. But I'm the grand master with the 3 MCs that shock the house for the young ladies. And when you come inside into the front, you do the freak spank, I do the bump. And when the sucker MCs try to prove a point with Trent's trio, or when the serious joiner from sun to sun and from day to day, I sit down and write a brand new rhyme because they say that miracles never cease. I've created a devastating masterpiece. I'm gonna rock the mic so you can't resist. Everybody, I say it goes like this. While I was coming home late one dark afternoon, reporter stopped me for an interview. She said she's heard stories and she's heard fables that are vicious on the mic and the turntable. This young reporter I did adore, so I rocked the vicious rhyme like I never did before. She said, damn fly guy, I'm in love with you. The Casanova legend must have been true. I said, by the way, baby, what's your name? Said I go by the name Lois Lane, and you can be my boyfriend, you surely can. Just let me quit my boyfriend called Superman. I said he's a fairy, I do suppose, flying through the air in pantyhose. He may be very sexy or even cute, but he looks like a sucker in a blue and red suit. I said you need a man who's got finesse and his whole name across his chest. He may be able to fly all through the night, but can he rock a party till the early light? He can't satisfy you with his little worm, but I can bust you out with my super sperm. I go do it, I go do it, I go do it, do it, do it. And I'm here, and I'm there. I'm Big Bang Hank, I'm everywhere. Just throw your hands up in the air and party harder like you just don't care. Let's do it. Don't stop, y'all. Take a talk, y'all. You don't stop. I go hotel, motel. And what you gonna do today? Some gonna get a fly girl, gonna get some spank and drive off in a death OJ. Everybody go hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. You say if your girl starts acting up, then you take a friend. I say skip, dive, what can I say? I can't fit them all inside my OJ, so I just take half and bust them out. I give the rest of him Master Key so he can shock the house.
I said a M-A-S, a T-E-R, a G with a double E. I said I go by the unforgettable name of the man they call a Master G. Well, my name is known all over the world by all the foxy ladies and the pretty girls. I'm going down in history as the baddest rapper that ever could be. Now I'm feeling the highs and you're feeling the lows. The beat starts getting into your toe. You start popping your fingers and stomping your feet and moving your body while you're sitting and you're sitting. Then damn, you start doing the freak. I said bam, right out of your seat. Then you throw your hands high in the air. You rock it to the rhythm, shake it there. air. You rock it to the beat without a care. Cruise the short shot MCs for the affair. Now I'm not as tall as the rest of the gang, but I rap to the beat just the same. I got a little face and a pair of rhyme eyes. All I'm here to do, ladies, is hypnotize. Sing it on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on like a hot butter. The pop, the pop, the pop, give it, pop, the pop, pop. You don't dare stop or come alive, yo. Give me what you got. I guess by now you can take a hunch and find that I am the baby of the bunch, but that's okay. I still keep in stride, cause all I'm here to do is just a wiggle your behind. Sing it on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on. Rock, yo. Throw it on the floor. I'm gonna freak you here, I'm gonna freak you there. I'm gonna move you out of this atmosphere, cause I'm one of a kind and I'll shock your mind. I put the jiggles in your behind. I say the 1, 2, 3, 4, come on, girls, get on the floor, come alive, yo, give me what you got, cause I'm guaranteed to make you rock. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, tell me one, the mic, what are you waiting for?
To the hip hop, the hippie to the hippie, the hip hip, the hopper, you don't stop, rock it to the bang, bang the boogie, say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie beat. Well, skittle-a-bebop, we rock a Scooby-Doo, and guess what, America, we love you, cause you rock and a roll with us so much so, you can rock till you're 101 years old. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast, but we're like hot butter on a breakfast toast. Rock it out, a baby bubba to the boogie, then bang bang the boogie to the beat. Beat is so unique. Come on, everybody, and dance to the beat. Have you ever went over a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good? I mean, the macaroni soggy, the peas all mushed, and the chicken tastes like wood. So you try to play it off like you think you can by saying that you're full. And then your friend says, Mama, he just being polite. He ain't finished. Oh, that's bull. So your heart starts pumping and you think of a lie and you say that you already ate. And your friend says, man, there's plenty of food, so he piles some more on your plate. But while the sticky food's steaming, your mind starts to dream of the moment it's time to leave. And then you look at your plate and your chicken's slowly rotting into something that looks like cheese. Oh, so you say, that's it, I got to leave this place. I don't care what these people think. I'm just sitting here making myself nauseous with this ugly food that stinks. Oh, so you bust out the door while it's still closed, still sick from the food you ate. And then you run to the store for quick relief from a bottle of KO Pectate. And then you call your friend 2 weeks later to see how he has been. And he says, I understand about the food, babe, but we're still friends. With a hip hop, the hippie to the hippie, the hip hip, the hopper, you don't stop, the rocker to the bang bang boogie, say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat.
Great addition, Jason. I love Rapper's Delight. Oh, my God, watching my New York Knicks play basketball. Right now, they're not very good either. Let's go with another Martin Luther King Jr. quote. We're going to say, we must come to see the end we seek is a society at peace with itself, a society that can live with its conscience. Martin Luther King, April 4th, 1969. Okay, we're going to play 2 songs from 1959. We're going way back. And Mary, Brenda, and all my disco girls from Westfield State, I hope you were up shaking it during Rapper's Delight, all 7 minutes. I know you're winded, you're out of shape. That's why we didn't play the 15-minute version. And then again, like I said, if you're in Florida, March, join Mary at the Hogan Classic. Okay, Jason, let's hear the number 1 song in 1959 was Battle of New Orleans, Johnny Horton.
In 1814 we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans, and we caught the bloody British in a town in New Orleans. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to running on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We looked walked down a river and we see the British come, and there must have been 100 of them beating on the drum. They stepped so high and they made the bugles ring. We stood beside our cotton bales and didn't say a thing. Oh, we fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to running on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Old Hickory said we could take them by surprise if we didn't fire muskets till we looked them in the eye. We held our fire till we see their faces well. Then we opened up our squirrel guns and really gave them well. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to running on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit couldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We fired our cannon till the barrel melted down. So we grabbed an alligator and we fought another round. We filled his head with cannonballs and powdered his behind. And when we touched the powder off, the gator lost his mind. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to running on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit couldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay, the next song we're going to play is number 2 in 1959, and I'd like to send this out to a friend of the class of 1979 that passed away that we all loved, Luke Byrne from Tewksbury. So this next song is going out in memory of Luke. It's Mac the Knife by Bobby Darin.
Oh, the shark, babe, has such teeth, dear, and it shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife has old Maggie Heath, babe, and it keeps it out of sight. You know when that shark bites with its teeth, babe, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves, though, wears old Maggie Heath, babe, so there's never a trace of red. Now on the sidewalk, ooh, Sunday morning, lies a body just oozing life. And someone sneaking round a corner. Could that someone be Mac the Knife? There's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know, where a cement bag just drooping on down. Oh, that cement is just, it's there for the weight to dare. 5 will get you 10, old Mackie's back in town. Now you hear about Louis Miller, he disappeared, babe, after drawing out all his hard-earned cash. And now Maggie Heath spins just like a sailor. Could it be our boy's done something rash? Yes, Susie Tawdry, ooh, Miss Lottie Lenya, and old Lucy Brown. Oh, the line forms on the right, babe. Now that Maggie's back in town, I said, Jenny Diver, whoa, Susie Tawdry, look out to Miss Lottie Lenya and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that line forms on the right, babe. Now that Maggie's
a bunch of our listeners out there. I know Brenda in Mass and Mary, I think you're in Boca tonight. We all remember Luke. He was strongest guy in the world, and we all miss him. So that is dedicated to Luke, class of 79. We're going 79. We're going to number 9 on the chart. This was Anita Ward's biggest hit. She was a disco singer. It hit number 1 for 2 weeks, 21 weeks in the top 100. Came out May 12th, 1979. It was a dance hit, huge. She was born in Memphis, Tennessee, and it was her only hit song. So, Jason, can we hear Ring My Bell by Anita Ward? that was Anita Ward, Ring My Bell. We had Steve in here earlier, and I'm going to screw up his last name, Kluwiski. And Mike Kirby, class of 77, who was the station manager at the time, wanted to come in someday and visit the station, so we're going to set that up. They all live around here. And Steve said that he did have a senior moment. He gave us the wrong song that was played first. It was Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles was the first song played here when it changed from AM to FM. And back then, if you lived in the city, it was 91.5 at the time. And it was a booming 10 watts back then. Now we're up to 100. Okay, we're going to go to the number 2 song in 1969 by the Fifth Dimension. I'm not going to tell you the song. Let's see if you can think of what it is. Jason's going to put it on in a second. And, okay, Jason, let's hear it. Jason, what do we got next, Jason?
So we got the number 8 song. It was the best hit. It was number 2 for 3 weeks. It was on the chart for 26 weeks. Came out October 21st, 1978. We heard this group back at number 48. It's by the Village People, YMCA. And can you name all 6 of the band?
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple seconds here.
And this was a platinum seller. This was a huge hit.
Right.
Their other one, Jason introduced earlier, was in the Navy.
Right.
And Jason, you saw them a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, that's right, Tim. That was a great concert.
Great show?
A great show.
Where did you see it?
Of course, no other than the West Springfield.
Oh, the Big E.
Big E.
Oh, yeah. And last year you bragging you saw Foreigner. Name dropper.
So anyway, the band consisted of a policeman, a cowboy, construction worker, Indian chief, biker, and government issued, or GI.
That's right.
And here we go with YMCA right here on 89.5 FM.
Yourself off the ground, I said, young man, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy, young man. There's a place you can go, I said, young man. When you're short on your dough, you can stay there, and I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. It's fun to stay at the it's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for your men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. Young man, are you listening to me? I said, young man, what do you wanna be? I said, young man, you can make real your dreams, but you got to know this one thing. No man does it all by himself. I said, young man, put your pride on the shelf and just go there to the YMCA. I'm sure they can help you today. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for your men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. Young man, I was once in your shoes. I said I was down and out with the blues. I felt no man cared if I were alive. I felt the whole world was so tired. That's when someone came up to me and said, young man, take a walk up the street. It's a place there called the YMCA. They can start you back on your way. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for your men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Young man, there's young man, are you listening to me? Young man, what do you wanna be? YMCA. You'll find it at the YMCA. No man, young man, does it all by himself. Young man, put your pride on the shelf. YMCA. And just go to the
Man, I had a great time dancing on the TV. Anyway, the next song is number
Wait a minute,
7.
you call that dancing?
I guess so.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Everybody at the concert did.
Okay, I thought you went into shock because you didn't have food. But okay, go ahead. That was dancing. Okay.
Looking up next, number 7 of 100. Can't believe it's this far. It was number 1 for 3 weeks. It was on the chart for 21 weeks. The song was made in April 21st, 1979 by Donna Summer. We heard her at number 39, 12, and we'll hear her again at number 2. The song is called Hot Stuff.
And it was a platinum seller, sold a lot of copies. It was a Grammy Rock Female Vocal Award of the Year, and she was in the movie Thank God It's Friday in 1978, a huge disco movie. Let's hear it, Jason. Okay, Donna Summer, she came in at 39. Number 12, number 7, she's coming back at number 2 Song of the Year. Okay, first, let's get back into, I want to talk about the scholarships. If anybody's out there is listening, any of our students tonight on campus or our commuters, if you're interested in scholarships, the portal opens up February 1st. And if you don't know how to find it, you go on the Westfield State University page, go up to the top right-hand corner, and in the search box, type in the word scholarship. Click on the word search. When you get to that page, to the right it says Scholarship Directory. Click on that and it'll give you all 90 or so scholarships. You can read about it and see which ones you qualify. Last year, Institutional Advancement and the Foundation gave away $277,000 in scholarships and $250,000, $250,000 in internships. Please apply. We're trying to give the money away. We're not trying to keep it. We want to give it away. So, and in the room right here, as a matter of fact, our DJ, he only got 5 his senior year. And I laugh, only 5. Okay, next, we're going to number 6. This was a platinum seller. And this has been known as a woman's anthem song for years since it came out.
Yeah, I saw her at the Big E.
Did you? You saw Gloria?
Yeah.
Okay, it's I Will Survive. Platinum seller. It was number 1 for 3 weeks. 27 weeks, over half the year on the chart. Came out December 16th, 1978. Gloria was a dance and a disco singer. Never Can Say Goodbye was her second biggest hit. And when this song came on, guys had to get off the dance floor. You were not allowed to be on the dance floor. The young ladies had to have the dance floor alone when this came on. They sang every word and they danced the whole song. So let's send this out to all our disco ladies who used to dance in the Rat and the Student Union dances. Here's Gloria Gaynor.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong, and I learned how to get along. And so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your key. If I'd have known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Oh, now go, walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore.
Okay, that was Gloria Gaynor with I Will Survive. And talking about scholarships, how do we raise the money for scholarships? Well, we have people that send in money all year. We have different fundraisers for different scholarships. And we have an annual day of giving every year. It's called Give a Hoot. This year, Give a Hoot is going to start on March 4th and at 8 a.m. and it goes for 1,839 minutes. Can you get that? 1839? What was that? Oh, the year the school started. Okay. And it goes till 2:39 p.m. on March 5th. And we have the sports teams, athletic teams compete against each other. We have people give to the Westfield Fund, SUII, which is the Student Internship Fund. There are a lot of different things you could give to. Common Goods, the food pantry. 80% of our students here at Westfield State receive some form of financial aid. We need your help. If you're alumni out there listening, you had a good time with the show, March 4th and 5th. Let's dig down. Give up a couple of those coffees at Dunks or Starbucks and send us a 20 spot. 50 if you got it if you're retired. Some of my friends, Mary, Brenda, I know you're good for 100 each. Okay, now we're going to go to the number 2 song in 1989, right, Jason?
Right.
We're talking Bobby Brown and My Prerogative.
That's my prerogative. They say I'm crazy, I really don't care. That's my prerogative. They say I'm nasty, but I don't give a damn. Getting girls is how I live. Some ask me questions, why am I so real? But they don't understand me, or really don't know the deal about a brother trying hard to make it right. Not long ago, before I win this fight, everybody's talking all this stuff about me. Why don't they just let me live? Tell me why. I don't need permission to make my own decisions. That's my prerogative. It's my prerogative. It's the way that I wanna live. It's my prerogative. I can do just what I feel. It's my prerogative. Nobody can tell me what to do. It's my prerogative. 'Cause what I'm doing for you now. Don't get me wrong, I'm really not suited. Ego trips is not my thing. All these strange relationships really gets me down. I see nothing wrong with spreading myself around. Everybody's talking all this stuff about me. Yeah. Why don't they just let me live? Tell me why. I don't need permission. I don't need my own decisions. That's my prerogative. It's my prerogative. I can do what I wanna do. It's my prerogative. Can live my life. It's my prerogative. I'm doing it just for you. It's my prerogative. It's tell me why can't I live my life without all of the things that people say? Yo, Teddy, kick it like this. Out now.
it's a blizzard that I can't have money in my pocket and people not talk about me. This world is a trip. I don't know what's going on these days. Got this person over here talking about me, this person. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. This is my prerogative. I can do what I want to do. I made this money, you didn't. Right, Ted? We out of here. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's my prerogative, it's my prerogative, it's my prerogative.
Okay, next we're looking at Peaches and Herb, Reunited. This was a great song. It was platinum hit. Came out March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, 1979. It was number one for 4 weeks, 23 weeks on the chart. They were also at number 31, and this is going out to Tessie Burnham, the first great women's soccer player at Westfield State who had come out of Cathedral High. And when I started coaching, she came out for the team, and I was like, wow. This girl was great. That helped with the team having a great player. And then the next year we got another great one from Cathedral, Kathy Knowlton. And then the next year we got two great players, Mosey O'Neill and Ann Cullen. And Mosey is the greatest women's soccer player I ever saw play here at the school. Mosey was phenomenal. She was just fun to watch out of Cathedral also. So we're going to dedicate this to Tessie, the Westfield Cosmos, and the Westfield State women's soccer team, 78, 79, 80. And here is Peaches and Herb, Reunited.
Such a lonely ride. The breakup we had has made me lonesome and sad. I realize I love you 'cause I want you back. Hey, hey.
I spent the evening with the radio. Regret the moment that I let you go. I know now that I love you 'cause I
without holding you, without kissing you, without loving you. Reunited.
You're my everything. Only you know how to free all the love there is in me. I wanna let you know, I won't let you go. I wanna let you know, I won't let you go.
Feels so reunited, and it feels so good. Reunited, 'cause we understood there's one perfect fit, and sugar, this one is it. We both are so.
Okay, Reunited. That goes out to my former soccer players when I coached here in '78, Tessie Burnham and the young ladies. Next, we're going to do the number 2 song from 1999, a little TLC, No Scrubs. Let's hear it.
A scrub is a guy that thinks he's fly and is also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants and just sits on his broke ass. So, no, I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, and no, I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time, and no, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. He's checking me, but his game is kinda weak, and I know that he cannot approach me, 'cause I'm looking like class and he's looking like trash. Can't get what it be, that's so. No, I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, and no, I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time. No, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. You don't have a car and you're walking. Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. If you live at home with your mama. Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. If you have a shorty that you don't show love. Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. Wanna get with me with no money? Oh no, I don't want no scrub. No scrub. No, no. Scrub. No, 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 no. Scrub. No, no. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no
Okay, next we're up. That was TLC with a little No Scrubs. Okay, next we're up to number 4. Oh, this was huge. This is Rod Stewart's entry into the disco era. My man with Maggie went into Do You Know I'm Sexy? It hit number 4 for the year, and was a platinum seller. It was number 1 for 4 weeks on the chart for 21. Rod Stewart is the all-time artist, number 16 on Billboard, and he had 34 top 40 hits. He was with Face from 69 to 75. He was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1994. Here is Do You Think I'm Sexy? Rod Stewart, if you ever get a chance, go see him play. I saw him play at the Garden when I was at Middlesex Community College, 75, 76. And it was funny. He had an opening act, Peter Frampton. And Frampton Alive had just come out, and he opened. And Rod, for years, he still does it. He was a soccer player. He kicked soccer balls into the crowd. And no, I never got a soccer ball, but I love Rod Stewart. Okay, next is La Freak, the biggest hit Chic ever had. Now, it only reached number 3 for the fact that it won for 6 weeks, on the chart for 25, but it came out on October 28th. So for the first month, it was in the 78 chart. December 1st starts the chart for the next year. And if you wonder why they do that, because to have a year-end chart, you got to print it before the end of the year. So that's why they have that month. So, La Freak hit number 1 for 6 weeks. They were also at number 62 and 20. And this song covered, as I said, they were big, 77, 78, 79. Grammy Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Their biggest hit, well, they had another big hit, Dance, 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 Yowza, Yowza, Yowza. Okay, Jason, let's hear number 3, please.
1, 2, freak out. You freak, say she, freak out. You freak, say she, freak out. Freak out. You freak, say she, freak out. Freak out. You freak, say she, fuck.
Have you heard about the new dance craze? Listen to us, I'm sure you'll be amazed. Big fun to be had by everyone. It's up to you, surely can be done. Young and old are doing it, I'm told. Just one try, and you too will be sold. It's called a freak, they're doing it night and day. Allow us, we'll show you the way.
Freak out. You freak, say she, freak. Freak out. You freak, say she, freak out. Freak out. You freak, say she, freak out. Freak. You freak, say she, freak out.
All that pressure got you down, has your head spinning all around. Feel the rhythm, chant the rhyme, come along and have a real good time. Like the days of stomping as a boy, now we're free. Oh, what a joy! Just come on down to the 5th floor. Find a spot out on the floor.
Freak out. Le freak, say she, freak out. 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 Now freak.
got you down, has your head spinning all around. Feel the rhythm, chant the rhyme. Come on along and have a real good time. Like the days of stomping at your boy. Now we're free. Oh, what a joy. Just come on down to the 54. Find a spot out on the floor. Ah, freak out. Le freak, c'est chic. Freak out. Ah, freak out. Le freak, c'est chic. Freak out. Ah, freak out. Le freak, c'est chic. Freak out. Ah, freak out. Le freak, c'est chic. Freak out. Ah, freak out. Le freak chic. Freak out. Ah, freak out. Le freak, c'est chic. Freak out. Ah, freak out. Le freak, c'est chic. Freak out. Ah, freak out. Le freak, c'est
Okay, we got about 17 minutes left till 8 o'clock. I want to thank, I remember Jody Zolo Delaney from the class of 79. I don't know if she's hung with us for the whole 10 hours. And Bruce Gaylord from class of 74, biology major, who was one of the first he was listening. He told us a couple of days ago he was gonna. And so it's been a great day. We thank everybody for listening. And like I said, we're down to about 16 minutes. We're going to play the number 2 song, and this is the person that obviously won the chart for the year. Donna was the hot person 78-79. This was her biggest hit. Bad Girls reached number 2, number 1 for 5 weeks, 20 weeks on the chart, came out May 26, 1979. I remember playing Bad Girls and Hot Stuff back to back at the Ratskel. And she had 20 top 40 hits, 14 top 10. The Hot 100 Artist of 1979. There was no fighting for first place. Everybody else was trying for second. She was so hot that year. Jason, let's hear Bad Girls. Okay, we're back. This is our last add-on song of the night. Because The Wall came out in 1970, we're going to take the biggest hit off of it. And, Jason, let's turn that down a little. You're killing me, buddy. Okay, The Wall came out in 1979, and the big hit off of it, matter of fact, their only number one, was Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. They still have a record, Pink Floyd. The Side of the Moon with Money has been on the chart on and off for 940-something weeks, which is by far the record. I think the closest to it right now is Bob Marley Legend is at like 613 weeks, so it's got a long time. Only another 6 years before it can catch it if side doesn't get on. Let's hear Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 before we go to our last song of the night at number 1.
We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
Okay, we got about 7 more minutes. Say, first of all, there again, thank you to everybody listening. And yes, Mary down in Boca, I said for the disco ladies, there were a bunch of guys that like disco, but as you texted me, they wouldn't admit it, but they loved it. And we used to have so much disco and disco socks and rock and roll that we eventually went to oldies on Thursday night at the Rat, and then disco another night, and then rock and roll another night, so we cut down on the arguing. The dances, we played everything, And the dances were something else. We had the track team beers. Back then it was 18 was the drinking age. You could buy a tray, 10 draft beers for $1. They were 10 cents each. And the track team made some serious money. There were nights they went out, sold between 10 and 20 kegs. We'd have 1,000 people in the student union at a dance. You got to realize this wide open back then. There was nothing in it. And in 79, one of the people that ran it was Keebler, Andy Johnson from the class of 78, who was in my class with me. And so, Mary in Boca, we're going to put the last song out to you and everybody that's listening. I had to rock and roll, but I know you're okay with that. And I am glad you confirmed that you're going to be on my in my foursome at the ranch the first Monday in August. I know Kevin and Bevan will be back, and we'll try to defend our title. We finished like 5th or 6th this year, and we got lucky to get that high. But with you carrying the team, maybe we can move up to 4th this year. So I want to thank everybody for listening, and thanks Jason. Jason, great job engineering. You only had one or two brain farts during the day. I had about 5. Of course, I'm 3 times older than you, plus a few years. And we want to thank Paul Cacalis for being our historian and all the other guests we had. And thank our alumni that came in. Steve, who came in, was one of the original DJs here. Thank everybody, and here's the last song. It was the biggest hit for the Knack, rock band from L.A., and they were formed in L.A. Won for 6 weeks, 22 weeks in the top 100, came out June 23rd. And their other big hit, which reached number 11, was Good Girls Don't. Here's the last song of the night. Thank you very much for listening.
My motor, got it coming off of the line.
Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. Ken's Den, Tuesday, 8 to 10. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 8 FM, WSKB, Westfield. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany. That's what you'll find on Ken's Den, Tuesdays from 8 till 10.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please Guild State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Friday mornings is something different on 89.5 FM. It's JP's Talk About Town.
Community Radio
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield. Friday mornings is something different on 89.5 FM. It's JP's Talk About Town.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
You are a waste. A loser. Everyone hates you. Why don't you just stay in your car and keep driving? I'm serious. Drive until you run out of gas, then get out of your car and walk until you find someone who doesn't think you're dumber than bricks. Could take a while, but at least all that walking might burn a couple of calories.
You may not witness bullying like this every day. Your kids do. They don't know how. Visit stopbullying.gov to learn safe, simple ways your child can help stop bullying. Be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
As they say on the radio. I'm on the radio.
You're listening to WSKB Westfield 89.5.
Wednesday morning till 8, it's Tina Gorman with Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Today, my new dad threw a barbecue.
Today, my new son and I threw a barbecue.
There were burgers and chicken.
I burnt everything. The burgers, the chicken.
They were delicious.
They were awful.
And then we had watermelon.
I'm allergic to watermelon.
And then we played catch.
I broke Mr. Lewis's window, Mrs. Wakeham's window, Mrs. Wakeham's windshield, and then my hand. My hand!
And then my dad even let me drive his car.
The hospital's on the right! It was a rough day.
It was a great day.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are. For more information on how you can adopt, visit Adopt US. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to 89.5 WSKB Westfield, radio for the Western masses.
How's it going, Westfield? It is 8 o'clock. It is Monday, which means it is time for Metal in the Air. I'm your host, Adam, and right now we are missing my co-host, Derek. He is off doing something. I think it's kind of his business, so I won't be staying on air. But Spencer will be joining us, having a great time. He is running a little late, took a wrong turn while on his way here, but we're still going to be bringing you the heavy metal that you guys deserve. Now, what should we play first, fellas? How about some Mayhem? What a classic. Let's play some Death Crush. once again, that was above the EP by them called Death Crush. That's one of my favorite Mayhem albums. I guess it's an EP, but you know what I mean. One of my favorite pieces of work by them back when Euronymous was still around. That's actually the only Mayhem patch I have on my jacket, and officially host Derek actually got tickets to go see Mayhem in Boston. So if you want to see the showrunners of Metal in the Air, then head over to Boston, see Mayhem. I'll be the one with the Slayer back patch on. My special guest for today, Spencer, is waiting at me through the video, so I'm going to play a song, go get him in here. So let's do Mean Green Killing Machine by Overkill off of the 2016 album The Grinding Wheel. on. I gotta figure out what mic you're on. Is that 2? Yeah, we got.
Yeah, mic 2.
Come back, Spencer.
Hello, Adam. Hello, everybody.
Oh, hello. I thought you were talking about everybody in the room. I'm like, all right, it's just me. But
Hello, just you.
what band do you want to hear next?
Who's on your list of... Who's on your list?
I got Misfits, Megadeth, Metallica, Bathory, Motorhead, Abbott, Exodus.
Do you listen to Ministry?
Ministry?
Do you listen to them?
I have not.
Do you have any of their music on there? Because I haven't listened to them either. That's why I'm asking you.
Let me check my heavy metal playlist. But talk about Ministry while I'm doing
Well, I
it.
don't know anything. That's the thing. I saw an ad for. I guess I think it was them. They were nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or they had. I watched a video recently on the latest inductees and how somehow 9 Inch Nails got in, but Judas Priest and Lemmy did not. Motorhead or Judas Priest did not get in, but 9 Inch Nails did.
That's...
Yeah, I'm opinionated about it. But anyways, I think Ministry got brought up in the video about who was nominated for the Hall of Fame, for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Gotcha.
And who made it, who didn't, or something. And I had thought that you had maybe listened to them, because in my mind I'm thinking Testament. To me, Ministry, Testament, they're think are in the same genre, but I've never really listened to. So...
Yeah, I think Ministry was touring with Slayer during the final campaign part of their tour.
They were also, aren't they playing with who we want to see in April?
No, it's Mayhem, Gate, Abbott, and there's one other band. I can't remember the name of them. Gate Creeper's the one I remember, of the smaller ones that are going to be there, just because their logo is really nuts.
I'm trying to get him to go to his show March 20th, but he says no.
You haven't even told me about it.
Bro, last week.
I probably wasn't...
It's Three Teeth.
Oh, the Three Teeth concert?
Yeah.
How much is it?
Even if you don't listen to him, the name is... Dude, I would literally pay for your ticket.
Where is it?
New York.
March 20th?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a look.
I actually talked with somebody recently. There isn't many bands right now that are touring in the U.S. Everybody's in Europe. There's not many bands that are rock, metal, even rap, or hardcore rap. There's nobody between now and mid-spring.
That's bizarre.
I understand it. Yeah, it's winter.
But the European bands are coming here in the spring now. Because Mayhem, Abbott, they're both from, I know Mayhem's from Norway. Abbott, I'm pretty sure, is from Norway or Sweden. Strange happenings. But anyways, let's get some music going. I did not find any Ministry.
Is Saint Anger on there?
Saint Anger is not on there because that's a bad album and a bad song.
No, it's not.
All right.
I've only listened to it twice though, so I don't know. But I like the name.
It's a good name, but it's terrible. All right. How about Damage Case by Motorhead?
Don't know it. Sure.
All right. Sounds good. Let's do it.
No time for a damage case.
All right, up next for you, we got Holy Wars, The Punishment by Megadeth off the 1990 album Rust in Peace. that was Holy Wars, The Punishment Due, and oh man, we got a limited choice on the playlist, on the actual playlist for today. We could do some. I have a Misfits song.
Sure.
Helena.
Yeah, that's a good song. That's a good song.
Epic. All right, let's do it. Helena off the 1999 Misfits album, Famous.
If I cut off your arms and cut off your legs, would you still bound in your gag, draped and displayed? Would you still love me anyway? Why don't you love me anyway? Why don't you love me anyway? If I cut off your arms and cut off your legs, would you still love me? If you're bound in your gag, draped and displayed, would you still love me? Love me anyway. Why don't you love me anyway? Why don't you love me anyway? Why don't you love me anyway? Why don't you love me? If I cut off your arms and I cut off your legs, would you still love me? On the floor where your lips used to be, and I close the door on my back. You love me anyway. Back, you love me anyway. Why don't you love me anyway? Why don't you
Hey, if you're listening in your car right now on 89.5, can you give the station a call real quick? Because on the website, for some reason, the music isn't coming on for us, and we're just wondering if listening right now could help us out in their car and give us a call. The station phone number is 413-572-5579.
Let's do it again, but like in
Yeah.
like 30 seconds. Because at least when I'm driving, I hear a number.
That
It's like-
is
okay.
413
Ah.
572 5579. That's 413-572-5579.
Can also look up, I think, WSKB.org. Does it say the number there too?
I think so. Yeah, if you're listening online or something, try giving us a call too. But for me, it's not working. For my girlfriend, it's not working. I'm pretty sure it was working for the people that were in here last time. And I didn't press any other buttons. So, like, I'm not really sure what's going on. No, it wasn't working on mine either. That's why I turned down the music. I was trying to hear it on my phone. But, let's play a song anyways. Let's do, I don't know, Salt the Wound by Exodus. I think Blood Out.
When I take your flesh and lacerate you, exposing all your hate, there's nothing left but lies to throw away.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Station Ranger speaking.
Hi. I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
Well, before I left my campsite, I was putting out my fire, and out of nowhere, Smokey Bear showed up and hugged me?
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Will correctly put out the campfires. He's pretty big on wildfire prevention. He's just letting you know you did good with a hug. He's a hugger.
I just got a bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update!
All right, I'm going to let you go now. I've got a lot of... there are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
WSKB Westfield 89.5 FM. Radio for the Western masses.
Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri 8 to 10.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Hey there, this is Rob Madison from Spaceships Are Cool, and you're listening to the sound of WSKB.
Westfield. Discussions, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. That's what you'll find on Ken's Den, Tuesdays from 8 till 10.
Welcome back to The Cat Show. Up next, we have Nico. Nico is a member of the Shelter Pet Group.
That's right. A group known especially for their sunspot sleeping, ball chasing, leg rubbing, couch purring, bed leaping, and of course...
What would you say, Nico?
I'd have to go with a tabbyish Persian kind of mix.
Tremendous cat.
I'd also like to point out her coat's wonderful mix of colors. Is it black, gray, black, brown?
Somewhere in between.
Indeed.
You know, it's always special when we get to see a cat like this.
Just look how she struts.
It actually owns the place.
And a difference to command.
Strong-willed feline.
Ah, and see how she curls up and cuddles her person.
The pitch on her purring is simply perfect.
Nice one.
I know. Fantastic cat.
Fantastic indeed. But really the best way to know an amazing shelter pet like Nico is to meet one.
Visit theshelterpetproject.org today at Society of the United States Cat Council.
Hi, this is Scotland Stevenson from the band Also, and you are listening to 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Friday mornings is something different on 89.5 FM. It's JP's Talk About Town.
Community Radio
89.5 W.
You just looked down at your phone? You did it again, didn't you? You know, you're flying down the road in a 3-ton hunk of steel, and a text takes your eyes off the road for an average of 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's long enough to travel the length of a football field and cause some serious damage. Whatever it is, live.
Learn more at stoptextsstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
As they say on the radio. I'm on the radio.
You're listening to WSKB Westfield 89.5.
Friday mornings is something different on 89. Talk about town.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Hey, there he is. How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand or what?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you okay?
I'm having a stroke.
You having a seizure or something?
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear.
I'm having a stroke.
You just need to know the sudden signs. Look for FAST, F-A-S-T. F, face droop, S, speech difficulty. Then T, time. Time to call 911 immediately, because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Know the sudden signs. Face, arm, speech, time. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org.
You're listening to 89.5 WSKB Westfield, radio for the Western masses.
Wednesday mornings, Gorman with Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to
Then what you're going to
believe
do is turn onto Marcy
Brad
just
Avenue.
broke up and go past the first
apparently
3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should.
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextsstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to 89.5 WSK Western Masses.
Wednesday mornings start off right from 6 to 8 a.m. with Tina Gorman and Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Hi, I'd like to report a bear hug.
Uh-huh.
Building a bonfire. I saw some, dry brush and leaves around, so, I said to move the bonfire somewhere else, and out of nowhere, Smokey Bear shows up and hugs me.
So you noticed some wildfire hazards and moved your bonfire to a safer location.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Smokey, all right. He likes it when people stay home. Not everybody gets the hug, my friend. So that's pretty special to get a hug from Smokey Bear.
So it was him. Hey, guys, I told you it was Smokey.
Okay, well, congratulations, my friend. And thanks for calling. There are many ways to prevent a wildfire. Learn how you can do your...
Only you prevent wildfires.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
WSKB West Radio Western Masses.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
You're listening to WSKB Westfield.
And now for Dumb Questions by Chris.
Why won't the FCC let you play swears on the radio?
You're listening to WSKB Westfield 89.5.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio 89.
Hi, I'm Ryan Seacrest for RAD. Over 300 people in this country are killed every week by a drunk driver. That's the equivalent of 2 747 plane crashes every single week. And the problem isn't going away unless we all do our part to stop it. So if you see someone who's about to drive after drinking anyone else, friends don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service announcement brought to you by RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Hey there, this is Rob Madison from Spaceships Are Cool, and you're listening to the sound of WSKB
Westfield.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you walk in. You're listening to WSKB 89.5 Westfield.
You're listening to WSKB 89.5, radio for the Western masses. WSKB
Westfield. Westfield State University does not tolerate hate of any kind. Hate has no home anywhere. Westfield State University is a place of inclusion and equality among all. Hate has no home here. Westfield State University supports others.
One of us is right, one of us is wrong, and I know that you're not coming home. There's nowhere to start. I can't tell what I want when you sing, so keep it to yourself. I haven't missed anything. You are my voice, my microphone. You are my voice. Slow down, you're out of control. It could be so easy if it didn't feel so wrong. And warmed up and your hair is too long. What if I was young? And so, well, finally she showed. I never should have asked, it was a long time ago. You are my voice, my microphone. You are my voice, so take me on. You are my voice. You are my voice, my microphone. You are my voice, my microphone. You are my voice, so take me on. You are my voice. You are my voice. You are my voice. One of us is right. One of us is wrong.
After all these years, what you said was true. The Shaolin and the Wu-Tang is very dangerous.
And I'm gonna tell you one time, you gon' love it.
Yeah, I had to get the money, so it wasn't a choice. Die hards on the bars, ladies loving the voice. Morphine flow, numbing your joints, bombing like he number 81 from Detroit. So me, capital G, cool as the dude from Dos Equis. So deadly, I'll make it rain, I snow heavy. Sick made Nick Cage, anarchy. I be breaking bad, walking dead, daydreaming of making a band, dancing with the stars. I'm big band, still number one, still number one, one, still number one, still number one, still number one, one. Yeah. The most duplicated, anticipated, validated urban legends in the books with the ones who made it. Highly celebrated, everything was work related. Current top 20. Monumental stance on the cover with my co-defendants. Drop a sentence in remembrance. Instruct these Jews so they can live through my descendants. Youngin', I can see your drawers, pull your pants up. Can't even call yourself a man until you man up. And if you call yourself a fan, you need to stand up. This ain't a party, it's a judge. Keep your hands up. And we're still number one, still number one, still number one, one, still number one, still number one, still number one. Rich on the strip, getting rich off the drug, putting up and on, teaching them thugs. Then they want to stick them up. In the limelight, slimy old man's wife. Foolish shouldn't use the word brother, he meant.
Spin my way all across New York, get it out, and all types of ice as a sport. 1 chain, 2 chain, 3 chain, 4. Mouths drop like the leaves in the fall. That's my bird, and that's my word. Keep round and get curved. Back into
Form circles like the rings of Saturn. Dust, rocks, and ice in a particular pattern. Then this fascinating picture has emerged and surfaced. A wonder of the young world. Every home, it's history. Chiseled and carved in every stone. A workshop where skills are learned. Handcrafted and drafted, written works the main concern. Urban center provided with a social structure and a curious culture full of superconductors. Each theme is part of a scene. And its surrounding viewpoints remain the same. It's all astounding. A place where the forgotten art is so powerful. A striking image of something that's so valuable.
This one's the blackout. 357 to your mouth.
Shizza, this is Paul Ruckus in B minor. Ray, all those bad times, let's be honest. Ghost with that mask. I can see your drawers, pull your pants up. Can't even call yourself a man until you man up. And if you call yourself a fan, you need to stand up. This ain't a party, it's a judge. Keep your hands up. And I don't care run the city when the summer comes. Yes, summer done, move forever, and we're still number one. 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 Still number one.
Where you be? My lines is like Peruvian coat. Go ahead and try one. My recipe is A1 remarkable with my mixture. Rain Man, mathematician, the city, the your winners and no pretenders. Breathe, live free and achieve more. But first we gotta win with no stalemate. The all I seen is victorious peers to the cellmate.
All my truck tanks are bulletproof. Been the truth. Through the track to the booth. My thought ready, aim, shoot. My knowledge 120 proof. I tear the roof off. Let's spray and make your snug, spit a slug, black ninja mask and gloves.
Still number one.
I think some more torture. You can't stand much more. Sure. But where? Well, now your rhyme's finished.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is
Hey, we're Highs, and you're listening to WSKB Westfield.
Cacao.
Everybody is welcome at Westfield State University. Hate has no home here.
discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. Ken's Den, Tuesday, 8 to 10.
The traditional light bulb, a groundbreaking invention in 1879. The pedal-operated submarine, and the two-story outhouse. We've come a long way since then. It's time our light bulbs did the same. Visit EnergySavers.gov and learn about energy-saving light bulbs. See, these new bulbs are more efficient than the old ones. Like a text message is more... They last longer, too. Like how we humans last longer now that doctors use antibiotics instead of leeches. And they cut down on our energy costs. Because in our own groundbreaking age of aeroplanes and moving pictures, we deserve a light bulb that saves us some cash. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at the U.S. Department of Energy and the Council.
Hi, this is Scotland Stevenson from the band Also, and you are listening to 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Hey, this is Will from Howdy, and you're listening to WSKB.
On the radio station for the Western masses. 89.5 WSKB Westfield.